The other thing that the Guardians did is they went out and signed a big name guy to bat in the middle of that order in Josh Bell. Here is something from Bleacher Report, and it says potential busts of 2023 MLB free agency. As good as Josh Bell is, should be concerning. He doesn't hit the ball nearly as hard as he used to. Bell, his hard hit percentage dipped from 52% in 2021 to 40.8% in 2022 per Baseball Savant. Exit velocity down from 92.5 in 2021, which put him in the top 8% of baseball, to 88.9 last season. I won't argue with any of the analytics. I like the signing. They needed a guy like Josh Bell, a veteran. The other thing is they're eliminating the shift. And when Josh Bell signed, he said that should help him and the Guardians as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's hard to be too much of a bust when you sign a contract that's only going to run for a year or two. But he's a little bit of a mystery because he's had many different types of seasons. We've seen him hit 37 home runs. Last year it was down to 17. But for most of the season last year, he looked like a 300 hitter who draws a ton of walks. And he doesn't strike out a lot, which fits with the mold of this lineup. So I think there are elements there that are really intriguing. And as you touched on, I mean, he admitted there were times when he tried to be a completely different type of hitter because he knew he couldn't just pull the ball into right field and try to beat the defense and get his easy single, because they would stack the infield and they'd have someone playing short right field. And I think, as Jose Ramirez has found out quite often, you can't really beat that defensive shift, but that doesn't exist anymore. So there are more opportunities for him to find holes in the defense. Maybe that opens some things up. I mean, he admitted, and this kind of goes back to the rule change discussion we were just having, that he has to see how teams play him defensively and then make adjustments off of that. And there might be a little feeling out process. But I think the baseline that he gives you, and why I would disagree with maybe his potential to be a bust, is he's a guy who makes contact. That we saw last season what that can do up and down the lineup. And if he hits 20 home runs, great. If he hits 40 home runs, great. But I think the main thing that he'll give you is a high on base percentage and putting the ball in play. And if he does that, I mean, I'm going to assume he's going to bat quite often with Steven Kwan and Jose Ramirez on base. That should lead to some production.
Yeah, and he will drive the ball the opposite way. And again, he fits what this offense does. So I liked the signing. We'll see if it works. But again, I think it was a really good signing.